Hey everybody, how is it going? I had a request to do a video and show how I mounted my fleshing beam to the wall. First reason I did this was I have a pretty small shed and I need all my room, so this is a good space saver for me. My beam, it just actually just folds out and it props up onto the floor here, and I designed it so it came right to the pit of my stomach, and I got a certain angle here that's real comfortable for me to push down and do my fleshing. So now I'm going to show you some of the measurements here and what I actually did to get this. I basically have two 2x6s. The bottom 2x6 is mounted fast to the wall, two studs here. The stud on this side and this side. Now if you're going to try this and take my dimensions, I would only put one screw on each side to start with in case you wanted to raise this up or drop it down farther to make it more comfortable for you. But I have this at the pivot point. It's 13 inches off the floor. Then from the pivot point, from that pivot point right here to where my prop attaches to the actual beam is 18 inches to that hinging point right there. This prop, I just adjusted that and got the correct angle onto it. I had to fudge around with that angle a little bit. And I just have it screwed. I just have another old door hinge screwed up underneath there to where that can fall out of the way for me. The actual fleshing beam itself is mounted to the top board with 4 big lag bolts. That's nice and sturdy. At the bottom of this 2x4, I have a 3/4 inch dowel rod. And I have a 3/4 inch hole in my floor right here. So when I fold it out, that thing just falls right into the hole here. And once it's out and I put a little bit of pressure on it, it's pretty darn stable, really. Now I set mine up so that the tip of the fleshing board was right in the pit of my stomach. And with that being 13 inches off the floor, for me that was just a real comfortable angle to push down here. If this would turn out to be too tall for you, it would be fairly easy just to cut an inch or two off of the bottom of this 2x4 here to get that to come down farther for you. Now if it came up to be too short, like if you're like 6'5" or something, you might want to make this a little bit longer than 25 inches to start with. And if you didn't like the angle, if the angle was too steep for you, you could pull a couple screws out here and move this up a little bit and it would change the angle. And it would also, if you brought that up some, that would pivot this down and would lower. That's another way you could lower it, by just pivoting that on the actual wall. So you can fudge around with this a little bit once you get it set up. So I hope that answered some of the questions that the one guy had. If anybody else has any questions on my fleshing beam or anything else, feel free to ask. I appreciate all the comments and all the feedback. Hope you all guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye.